Welcome back to Let's Play Ace Combat Zero. We'll see you after the briefing.
We've received a report that remaining Belkan troops are converging on Belka's northeast coast of Anfang. The enemy is deploying land, sea, and airstrike teams. These troops refuse to accept the Belkan interim government's official capitulation and are adamantly resisting. In light of the current political situation, this mission will be a top-secret operation carried out entirely by mercenaries. The mission will be called Operation Broom, and will be divided into 3 separate areas. The Mars strike team will attack enemy naval vessels and surface troops along the coast. The Mercury strike team will engage land units and enemy fighters that are using a tunnel as a makeshift airbase. The Jupiter strike team will be responsible for maintaining air superiority after the Mars and Mercury teams have completed their missions. This operation will begin at 1600, when the capitulation ceremony takes place in Lumen. Mars team will strike first, followed by Mercury and then Jupiter. Choose carefully which team you wish to join. That is all.
So for this third video, we are of course going to be going with Jupiter Strike Team, which is our air-to-air mission, and I also have Kadorhal back with me.
No, these other 2 missions have the wrong names. They need to be Venus and Neptune.
Yeah, no, they're a little weird with the planet name. Said, hell, at least we've confirmed that, well, 1, the Greek/Roman pantheon exists in Strange Real, and it at least has a Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter in its solar system.
And for that matter, how top secret can a big battle like this really be?
Especially considering it takes place above, like, literally a seaside town.
Yeah, I mean, someone would have to notice something. Or at the very least, there would have been an evacuation, and that would have brought up questions.
Yeah.
Gone 1, engage.
No, like, basically, like, all of Belka is just, like, in absolute chaos right now.
Live from the signing ceremony here in Lumen. Senior officials from each nation have come here in hopes of a peaceful solution.
And of course, we got radar jamming, and
Yep.
come up on that one, and 4 more spawn around him.
Neighboring countries will come to an end.
Yeah, no, this mission is,
Will be covered in detail at a later
kind of a wake-up call from the other 2.
You're doing fine, Golf Team. Keep it
And
up, Cypher.
not only that, we've also got,
Call 1, it looks like this operation's gonna go like clockwork.
yeah, we've also got a set of MiG-31s to contend with, too.
The plaza is surrounded by...
I think the first time I played through this game, this was the operation I picked. Just because I always liked the air-to-air stuff better.
Today's signatures will ratify an agreement which calls for the disarmament of Belka.
Can't wait to see how that turns out.
Yeah. This is also the,
The enemy's got a jammer aircraft.
Little
oh
wait
yeah,
there,
now
PJ.
PJ notices it.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I know, I mentioned this in the previous video with Jobo Fett, like a lot of the missile hits I take along here are just as a result of pure stupidity on my part.
Missile warning. The ceasefire was agreed upon due in large part to the 7 nuclear attacks.
But yeah, I was gonna say that this mission, because you're mostly facing red and yellow targets, is the night mission.
Touches on the possession of nuclear armaments.
Yeah, that line was some. It's kind of to deal with some of the stuff I mentioned in the thread after the last mission. Like, this is a world where nuclear weapons exist, but nuclear proliferation really doesn't. It's like, as someone else mentioned, the Valdrike Mountains are basically the Strange Hero version of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and after that happened, basically everyone vows to not have nuclear weapons, not try to use them like the Belkans did. So then every 5 years we have more wars like this with no deterrent.
Yeah.
So I'll let you decide how well it works.
Yeah, I know, like, that's the big reason why I made a point of mentioning that in the thread, like, Strange World basically goes to war every 5 minutes, and... oh shit.
Wow.
Well...
Huh. Well, join us next time for... Nah, just kidding.
Okay, so that's the reason why this video is running long.
Golf team, take out Belka's remnant forces assembled at the coastline. Gone 1, engage.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the fighters coming out of the tunnel there, at least checking the wiki, they're apparently Grippins. It's appropriate choice, because like those are actually meant to use public highways and the like as runways, so like if the Soviets ever came rolling over them, they couldn't decapitate the Air Force by taking out their actual runways.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Draken and another one, the Viggen, are a lot the same.
Because I know in the mission that takes place like in between this one and like Mars, like the I think the Mercury one, the specifically air-to-air / air-to-ground one, it's a flight of F-14s and Grippins that come out of the tunnel.
And the atmosphere is stirred. Today's signatures will ratify an agreement which calls for the disarmament of Belka. This battle should put an end to the war.
I don't think it's the battle that's doing that, PJ.
Yeah.
What could they be thinking?
Oh, I see an ace over there.
Yep.
He's fast, but not impossible to catch.
Yeah, this is one of the decent parts about doing all of these 3-part missions is you get to see the various aces that spawn in each mission.
Yeah.
Ceasefire was agreed upon due in large part to the 7 nuclear attacks. According to our sources, the agreement also touches on the possession of nuclear...
Where is he?
But yeah, like I said the first time around, like this is sort of the reason why you know how Strange World basically goes to war every 5 minutes, but there's no threat of nuclear war.
It's either war or a extremely large-scale terrorist attack. You know, one of the two. Weren't you already engaging, PJ? What were you doing before then if you weren't engaging already?
He just needs to make sure that Cypher Senpai notices him at every possible moment in time.
The enemy's tracking you on radar! Allied bastards!
And maybe if he makes sure that you know that he's defending you from the 1 plane out of 5 or 6 that are chasing you, then, you know, maybe he'll notice you.
Also, for some random reason, there's an E-767 up there that's just doing nothing, like in terms of jamming or electronic support or whatnot.
Time to quit, they should know that!
So...
Guess we just killed their equivalent of Eagle Eye.
I was gonna say, yeah, I just took out their AWACS, so...
Never forget about those 7 nukes. Shoot them with fun! Shoot them down! Why won't they stop attacking? They came here in desperation. How would Dixie fly in this battle?
Probably better than you, but okay.
Be flying an F-15 for one.
Yeah. You wouldn't be such a whiny bastard as you are.
Radar lock. Damn it, he's playing with us.
Yeah, those 2 misses, totally deliberate. Wait, he can run out of special weapons? Huh.
Yeah, I think,
It's interesting, because like, even when I tell them to use special weapons, they never do.
Yeah,
outside of the 5th game, I never see him do that.
Yeah, it's kind of rare, but yeah, like I've had like that sort of audio prompt come up a couple of times. Both PJ and Pixie will say it, like either special weapons running low, or like I think on higher difficulties they actually can run clean out of special weapon ammo.
Something's wrong. There's too many to be remnant forces.
Yeah, I only really notice them firing them in the 5th games. Even that is usually when I give them a plane with the SAAM. It's like every other mission I hear Edge or Chopper say, launched, activating guidance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And while we're on that topic, I was discussing earlier in the thread about how this was the game where I noticed not too long ago that they have more the brevity codes for very special weapons. This was the mission I was playing when I discovered they had a Magnum for the LAGM.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't this version of it, but for obvious reasons.
Yeah, they're pretty good about including those brevity codes.
Yeah, it's like I said, in the 4th game, they added them, but it was just Fox for everything. Like Fox 2 for regular missiles, and Fox 1 for everything else.
Yeah, and they use Pickle for bombs in Ace Combat 4.
Yeah, that was basically it.
Yeah, and then Ace Combat 6 has the fictional drive code for one particular special weapon that you get for a particular special plane.
Yeah, I think I mentioned before, I've only played like 1.5 missions at that one, so I don't know what else they added.
That was the only one I've noticed, but we'll probably see more of those in action, maybe, maybe not, when we get to 6.
That's kind of sounded like Pixie, I think.
Yeah, like, depending on your race style, like, PJ sort of slides a little bit along the, like, Knight Mercenary Soldier bar, but not as widely as Pixie does.
Yeah.
Like, he's still just a self-righteous sanctimonious little shit, no matter what style you're playing on.
And cost the lives of so many has finally come to an end.
This is no remnant resistance. This war's not over yet.
Dun dun dun.
Well, seeing as how we're mission 14 out of an 18-mission game, of course it's not done yet.
It's also conducted without any trouble. The various governments will meet to discuss how to deal with the mercenary forces, in accordance with the War End Agreement.
Kind of an interesting line there. They say how to deal with the mercenary forces rather than with Belka.